This is SportsCenter with Elle Duncan and Kevin Nagandi.
You made it. It's Friday. Welcome into SportsCenter. Which top 25 team is on upset alert? And we'll go to Athens.
Let's go.
For game days ready for number 1 Georgia hosting number 11 Kentucky tomorrow.
You waiting for it? And a rare midseason trade in the NFL has PTI examining if Kyler Murray's cup now runneth over. But we start with headline approach here as we're targeting this. We, of course, got Eduardo Perez. We'll join him in just a second. But Marley Rivera, we're going to start there with you. I want to start with the news that the Astros are not going to have McCullers in this series. How do they plan to manage their rotation without their star? Let's now get more on this game from Eduardo Perez, who is joining us from the field. Eduardo, how big of a blow is this for the Astros in this series? The roster spot, Jake Odorizzi, is slotted in after being left off the DS roster for poor performance. Let's talk about the Red Sox. I mentioned earlier, they're going to give the ball to Chris Sale tonight. Kind of a surprising move considering Nathan Eovaldi has been their ace for a couple of years now. How do you view this decision from Alex Cora? Not checkers, but by the way, Eduardo throwing out that if Sale can only give you 2, that wasn't just a number. Sale totaling just 10 outs over his last 2 starts, recognizing that he's got to have a comeback performance tonight. Eduardo Perez with the latest. On this game, we turn it over to NFL Live's Marcus Spears, who's joining us now. I don't know, I feel like I'm sort of asking you how you're supposed to lasso a comet, but if you're the Browns, right, how are you supposed to attempt to slow down Kyler Murray and that Cardinals offense?
Yeah, LD, this is about the front four for
the Browns love to bring pressure. They love to blitz. That's actually an area where Kyler has really excelled this year. In fact, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league when facing pressure. Do not do that. Do not do that. Another big one in the AFC between 2 MVP caliber quarterbacks. Of course, I'm talking about Lamar Jackson and those Ravens facing the Chargers and Justin Herbert. What do you think is going to be the difference maker in that one?
Listen, I know everybody wants to talk about the quarterbacks, and rightfully so. They Los Angeles Chargers.
It's certainly going to be a good one, and one that we expect to come down to the wire. Marcus Spears joining us here on SportsCenter. Break down a little NFL Week 6. Let's go. All right, I'm going to get right to it. Baseball is taking an L this week, obviously. How do you dub something the greatest series of all time and allow it to end this way? You can miss me with an L. It's a judgment call. Passing. Okay, you can't review that. Passing, which is what I'm assuming you're going to say in a second. Yes, you can. You can, only with the benefit of hindsight, better camera angles, slow-mo. Tennis has 2 line judges, and one of them always gets it right. You know why? Because they're a robot. If you advocated to burn baseball's playoff system to the ground because of a historic draw that happened one time, but aren't calling for a complete examination of what is reviewable, well, then you are probably a Dodgers fan. Congratulations, by the way. I'm really glad that I was able to force Jeff Passan onto the show last night by booking him via Twitter, and I'm really glad he didn't embarrass me and actually showed up. So we're joined now by our MLB insider, Jeff Passan. I'm just fired up, and a lot of people are fired up, right? Like, I want to go back to that game. Come on, Jeff. What's the league going to do about this? What's it going to take for the league to actually examine something like this?
I don't know, Elle. Maybe if you yell a little bit more, they'll start listening.
Twitter booked this segment, so Twitter's calling for robot umps. Make it happen, Twitter, the same way I made this happen. Jeff Passan joining us live to break down what was just an unconscionable call to end a fantastic series. With us, I'm moving my makeup bag.
Well done. That's a perfect way to close.
I don't wear makeup.
Not at all.
It's all natural.
You wake up like this.
Any predictions? Clemson, they going to do it tonight? They
better do it.
They better.
It's Syracuse.
They've got no choice. We'll see. It's next.